What's going on, jabronis, and welcome to our reunion episode of Jabroni Sports.
Hey, we're back, better than ever.
We've missed you guys, and I've missed you guys.
Hey,
honestly.
to be honest though, I don't know if we should say reunion episode because that means we're just back for a one-shot deal, and it's going to be corny. We're going to hit all the things we're supposed to do. Johnny's going to be confused and bring up what's the beef.
I thought that's what we were going to do.
No,
yeah, I assumed back. Johnny was going to throw out some cliches, that didn't make sense.
Come on, man! I put all my marbles on the table all the time.
No, this is for sure back for the foreseeable future until we get hired.
So you're saying we're back?
We're back, baby.
We're back. We back. Yeah. So this is our first episode back. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Back in the saddle again with you boys. I am AJ Firstenow. You can find me on Twitter at AJ Firstenow.
I am Gianni Montuano. You can find me at GBabyLaFlair or at Gianni.James on Instagram.
Oh, Johnny.James. Okay.
I am your boy Gonzo, and you can find me on Groupon at Gonzo1323.
Can I find you on Venmo? What's your Venmo account?
Come on, man! I only got so many of these I can swing out there, man. I gotta keep some loaded in the chamber, okay, man? I can't.
I just thought. You just said until we get hired. Venmo's a good way to try to monetize immediately.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yes, my government name is Zach Cassio, and my Venmo is Z Cassio, CASCIO. If you'd like to shoot us some money and give us some money to help get us an actual stuff instead of just microphones on a kitchen table,
I'm sending you 25 cents. You better believe that. Yeah. I just added you on Venmo.
we gotta get the Patreon going next, so that people.
Patreon.
I thought everyone can hate us.
Oh man, I can't. I don't want to make any promises, but I don't really ever want to get to the point where we're doing the Patreon and then we're doing.
That's how you make money.
It is.
We just sell T-shirts. Yeah. I don't want the Chris Jericho commercials either with the. Oh, that's funny. What else is funny is the new shows this week on ABC Family.
Wait, let the record show that Zach is speaking just for Zach. I will do those reads. If anyone's listening and wants me to do a read for Omaha Steaks, I will gladly do your shitty read for Omaha Steaks. Or
You just shot it out. You can't say it's shitty read.
Or anything else. This is free. First one's free, bud. Okay, always. Yeah. Giving the sponsors a taste of what I could do for their company if they allowed me to speak for them on a regular basis.
Yeah. See, what you don't realize is by me saying I'll never do it, when I actually do it, it means so much more. But
that's fine. Somebody has to do it first, though, and I'm willing to sell out immediately for us. Okay?
All right, we're gonna hold a grudge, though, just so you know.
That's my commitment to you guys. Is I will sell out at the first chance I get. Just so you know,
I would never sell out. That just feels really unhealthy for me.
No, it's bad for the brand.
But you know what does make you healthy? A nice glass of Emergency. It's nice powder.
Hold on. I don't think you're supposed to be drinking that just casually.
Well, when you're sick and your immune system is low, you're going to need some vitamin C.
We're not going to get paid if you screw it up.
Oh, wait, can I keep doing my emergency?
Are you getting paid for your emergency reads already?
No.
Johnny sold out first? I would have thought for sure that it was me. I'm a little disappointed. Oh my God.
I didn't sell out. I was just talking about the great benefits of Emergency. When you guys are feeling sick, there's no better way to get vitamin C in your body than Emergency. Buy it at any retail store today.
Available at Walgreens, CVS, and Target.
What about that Emergent D?
Okay, buddy,
I don't want to know about your Emerging D.
That's inappropriate.
Oh no, that's just the next aisle down. That's like Claritin D. It's Emergent D.
Oh, okay.
What are you guys talking about?
It's an emergency that has pseudoephedrine in it.
Yeah,
I think that's cocaine. I think
it really gets you going.
I think you're just describing cocaine. I could be mistaken. I like that Emergent D. This one you need an ID for, though.
Yeah, 21 and up.
I got an Emerging D for you.
Okay, all right.
We're doing a sports-related podcast. I hope.
Are we? What kind of podcast is this at this point?
I don't care. Just listen.
Yeah, whatever. Just
tell your friends.
Send them money on.
Tell a parent.
tell your friends and tell one parent. Do not tell both of your parents.
I don't want to make people feel left out if they only got one parent.
Okay, tell a parent.
Tell a parent. If you like both, tell both.
If you're so inclined, you can tell both.
You can tell both. Go ahead.
Okay, but we're demanding that you tell at least one.
You gotta at least know. Well, No, I think we're demanding you tell a friend.
Okay. Tell a friend is the minimum requirement?
Yeah, I mean, a parent...
And if you have no friends, hold on. If you have no friends, I'm willing to say we don't want you listening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No friends, no listener.
If you have if you have no friends, I don't want you. You're a weirdo. I don't want you listening to this podcast.
Oh my god.
No friends?
If you have no friends, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you listening.
That's
Sorry.
rude. People who don't have friends need friends like us at
we'll be
Jabroni Sports.
We'll be their friend.
Spoken like a true man with no friends over here.
You send me $5 on Venmo, I'll be your friend every week. Hey, it's $20 a month. That's a pretty good deal to be a friend.
It's a really low end for a call girl for sure.
Yeah, I'll play 2K online with you if you have PlayStation. That's the best I can do.
If you have Xbox, I'll play 2K with you. So.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anytime.
I gotta pay for your friendship.
Well, I mean, no, you don't have to, but to assure it.
No, you don't have PlayStation. We can't play online.
That's true.
No worries.
So I can't be your friend?
No, you guys cannot be friends.
Nope.
Oh, man.
I only am friends with people that have PlayStations.
That's, friendship with Gonzo ended.
This past weekend.
To be honest, who needs friends when you can be healthy by drinking a glass of emergency every day?
You're making it sound like it's vitamins. It's not vitamins.
And hey, it has vitamin C. Okay,
It is vitamins. That's what it is.
But it is vitamins. It's not medicine though, which is the problem, and I don't think people understand that. That's a whole. How are we getting down the emergency wormhole here?
I think emergency is.
Johnny's brought it up twice.
Yeah, he does.
He's a corporate shill at this point.
Emergency is the same thing as just if you took a vitamin C supplement, but okay.
Or ate an orange.
Yeah, or that also. But anyway, to each their own. If it helps you, hey, I'm happy for you, man.
Mm-hmm. Does it help the emerging D?
Can we stop talking about my emerging D?
We're moving on. Okay, that's it. You're done. You're cut off.
What is this podcast about?
Yeah, we're a sports podcast.
Sports, yes, sports.
Gonzo's in a 2-minute timeout for making a third emerging D joke 7 minutes in.
Hey, somebody's got to get them. And we're also... I don't know how to read this time. What is these numbers? We're 7 minutes in. Shit.
Wow. See, I just guessed. I didn't even have to look. But
we haven't even talked about sports yet.
Not once. We
should probably get there.
We are in. If you're still listening at this point, we thanks for hanging with us because that means you're probably going to like what we have going forward.
Are we an extended listen?
We are a sports podcast by trade. Specifically, I think it's fair to say that we are NBA heavy. We tend to be very basketball centric here. I believe basketball is all of our favorite sport. So we will tend to dabble in NFL, other sports a little bit as is relevant culturally. But if you're listening to us, if you're listening to us on a weekly basis, the bread and butter here is going to be basketball. That's just the fact of the matter. So
you may get a little fantasy talk here and there too. Johnny will fall asleep for it, but. And the other end, I'll fall asleep during the soccer talk. So it's a fair little trade-off.
Basketball's not a fantasy for me.
It's real life, darn it.
It's real life. God damn it.
So, obviously, boys, this past NBA season concluded fairly recently here, and the champions were your Toronto Raptors, if you're Canadian.
All right.
Shout out to any Canadian listeners.
Shout out to the Canadians.
How do you guys feel after the season as a whole? If you look at the picture of this past NBA season, Where were you after it concluded? How did you feel?
After it concluded, because everybody thought the Golden State Warriors were going to win it all year. After it concluded, I appreciated that it wasn't the Golden State Warriors, but it's not it doesn't feel good because of what happened to the Warriors. It's not like they got beat. They just got unfortunate and some bad injuries. That's
kind of where I'm at. It feels... It sucks because I thought when somebody finally knocked off the Warriors, it was going to be this catharsis, this big moment. It was finally someone did it, and it felt the way it happened. I don't know. There's probably 3 teams in the East. I think the Bucks, the Sixers, or the Raptors all could have beat that version of the Warriors. I don't think that this is it's an accomplishment. It's an NBA championship. It by all means. I'm not taking anything away from Toronto. They did what they needed to do. They took care of business. They closed out the series on the road. Huge ups. Kawhi played out of his mind. All of their role players stepped up. Toronto played really, really well.
They did.
So I don't want it to come across as the Raptors got lucky. But the Raptors got lucky. That's not the only reason they won, but it's impossible to separate those two things.
It is. And I'm not a fan of it. It just was... not the way you want to see a finals end, and it was just kind of anticlimactic where you're like, oh, well, KD's down. Oh, Clay's down. Yeah. But I feel like at a certain point, you can only beat who's in front of you. Like, I can't. I'm trying at this point to like look at it like because it's like, all right, it's done. It doesn't matter. And like down the road, think about it. And my thought is like, I can't hold it against them. Like, you can only beat. Like, maybe they would have beat the Warriors, but. Well, I know, but I feel like a lot of people look at it as like, whatever, you won, and their 2 of their 3 best players were out.
I look at it like, you want to see the best team in the league win the championship, and I still feel like the Warriors were the best team. They just got unlucky. I wanted if somebody was going to knock out the Warriors to be better than them. I'm not saying like anything against the Raptors, but I still think the Warriors, healthy Warriors, were the best team in the league this year.
And the thing about it that sucks is we don't know if the Warriors will ever be that good again.
No.
Like there's a very good reason to believe that the Warriors as we know them no longer will exist next season.
Oh man. Do we want to get into that right away?
I mean, I feel like you have to because that's part of what it was. It's all tied together to me. Because when you look at it, like,
what's the earliest timetable for either Clay or KD? It's like playoffs next year at like best.
Yes,
but they probably won't play at all.
I don't think Kevin Durant plays next season at all. Period.
I heard
he ruptured his Achilles in the finals.
Yeah, in June. Like it's
Like, he's not going to play next season. And Clay, you're probably shooting for, like, an April or May return, is, I think, what you'd be shooting. Like, that's your hope, if everything goes well. But you're not going to rush him back either.
I was going to say, if you're not in a good place, what's the point?
And, like, it's insane to me that there's legitimately... Like, right now, I think the Warriors are, like, the 4th favorite to win it all. In the NBA right now, as far as like Vegas odds.
Yeah, how can they even tell right now? You know, the whole league's going crazy.
Exactly.
Is now the time to bet?
No, now's the worst time.
Yeah,
to bet.
No, but you might get crazy odds on a team, and then all of a sudden KD goes there.
Like the person who made the big bet on the Lakers, and then the Anthony Davis trade happened.
Oh, I was going to bet on the Lakers too. I knew they were going to get players. They're going to get one more player as well. But
at this point, I don't think the Lakers are even good value. The Lakers are like 2.5 to 1, and I think that's way too high. But I think you could make a good case that the Warriors are almost equally as likely to not make the playoffs as they are to win the championship.
Oh, they're going to make. I still think they're going to make the playoffs.
No, they could definitely not make the playoffs.
They could definitely not, though. In my
Draymond's
opinion.
not.
Draymond's going to be their number 2.
Yeah,
Draymond. Like, you saw how
a guy who averages 8 points a game. Like, you really...
They're not shooters. Like, they don't have a bench. They're not...
They don't have money to go get nobody.
Yep.
They got, like, one mid-level.
And they have, like, you have to try to... Like, you have to bring back Clay and KD, no matter what. But you have to be accepting of the fact that they won't play. So, like...
And Boogie might not be back?
There's a very good chance that Boogie's
probably
not back.
Isn't.
Because Boogie would have to probably come back for the minimum again.
Yep.
Which I can't imagine he wants to do. He showed enough in the finals, I think, that he'll get a commitment of some kind out of somebody.
He should.
So
why don't your Bulls go get him?
To be honest, I don't want Boogie.
He would make no sense for the Bulls currently.
Yeah.
But
Boogie's a great player. He's just a ball-dominant, low-post player who's lax on defense, so I don't think he fits.
Rich man's Greg Monroe.
He's a rich man's Greg Monroe.
Rich man's Greg Monroe. That's when I was watching the finals. I kept thinking that. I was like, Boogie's like a really good version of Greg Monroe, but like the NBA could be like. Boogie really is barely playable in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like I could easily see that. But yeah, it just sucks that we won't ever get to see. I don't think like somebody beat the boss version of the Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Wait, didn't KD lose one to LeBron? No,
that was before KD.
Okay.
Yep, KD. A finals in which KD has actually played. The Warriors have never lost. So
never lost.
Do the Warriors have their pick next year?
I have no idea. I've never I would be
because what if that's how the Warriors rebuild and become a super team again?
They just have a tank season.
They just suck next season.
Steph has a foot injury, and 5 games in, quote unquote.
They lose KD.
Draymond strains his back and he's in and out of the lineup all year long.
But they lose KD, but they get the number 1 draft pick next year.
Okay, so they roll out basically the 73 win Warriors core, and then they just tank a year and then add. I don't know, Cole Anthony or whichever number 1 guy.
That's my boy, Cole Anthony. Saying it now, getting it on record.
Yeah.
Cole Anthony, number 1 pick next year.
So that's their next cherry on top, and also a way to look to the future.
Yep.
A way to find your next guy.
You don't have to tank anymore.
Yeah. No, I mean
tanking doesn't work anymore. Look at the draft this year.
Very true.
Yeah, but you still have to tank, though.
I mean,
You gotta
give yourself a chance.
Yep, put yourself in the best
like
group. You don't have to tank as hard, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You can tank a little more casually than you used to. But yeah, I think that by and large, the Warriors, it's going to be a battle for them next year, man. I think Steph's going to have to be incredibly good, and it's going to have to be incredibly consistent, which is my biggest, because like Steph's had injury concerns in the past as well. So for him, like if he has to go for it for an 82-game schedule, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see what happens in Golden State next year.
Yeah.
As far as the Toronto end of things, though.
Wait. Do we discuss where? Do you guys want to talk about where we think Clay and KD potentially go?
We could. I don't really have a lot to say on it, honestly.
We did have a request. Just throwing it out there from our buddy George. Shout out to George.
I mean, you can speak to it then if you've had a little more time to ruminate on it.
I really think that the Knicks don't care. The Knicks are going to be bad. They're not going to get anyone.
I agree.
So I really think the Knicks are still going to offer KD the max, and I don't see any
Why wouldn't any team offer KD the max?
Well, I mean,
I don't think
teams don't have a max available.
Well, I mean,
I don't think that the Knicks will be unique in that aspect, though. I think he'll have better max offers from better teams.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll have quite as many.
You don't think the Clippers would still offer him a max?
I mean, a lot of what the Clippers have, like, I don't know how many, like, Clippers are kind of in a win now mode almost. Like,
which is what KD would be.
But KD misses next season.
Sure, but it's KD. So it's
for sure,
your championship window exists beginning the next year.
But like I believe after next year, Lou Williams' contract is up, and I believe Danilo Gallinari's contract would be up, and those are two big contracts.
I think you can replace those guys with a better superstar if you have Kevin Durant there already.
You probably can, but
I'm pretty confident in that.
But if you are the Clippers, one of the reasons you're getting KD to come there have to be those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair.
Those are their two best offensive options, and like Montrez, Zubats, and you probably lose Pat Bev, but like there's a couple of guys there that could lure him in, but to get rid of those guys, like I don't know, I feel like they're just in too much of a win now, and rebuilding everything would be weird at this point.
I think that the Clippers would want to do it no matter what because that makes them an attractive team.
Anybody would take KD.
Exactly. To me, there's no way, no matter what the Clippers think their window is, if they have LeBron is already in town and now you're the other team in town and you have KD and you have LeBron and KD as the stars of the two LA teams for a few years bumping up against each other all the time.
Yeah.
That's an incredible final act for both of those guys' careers. And I couldn't, it's the story. I don't think you can get better than having LeBron and KD both in LA, but on different teams going at it.
What if you had a fun guy? What if you had a fun guy on the other side of town?
Kawhi's not as interesting, no matter what.
Dude, Kawhi's more interesting.
Kawhi's more interesting now than he's been in a long time. But even if Kawhi, there's a really good chance is better than both of those guys starting next season. That wouldn't shock me at all. But I won't ever care as much about Kawhi as either of those two guys either.
All right.
Hey, if I'm KD, I'm taking the player option this year.
Why?
I don't like that. I'm trying to lock up something a little.
You're still going to get the max after next year. You're still going to get the max. Why not spend a year with the rehab, the trainers that you know? You can sit in the same building. You don't have to move your family. You can stay in the same house.
KD don't have no family. He has family, but KD's not like KD's a single dude. I'm pretty sure.
Do we know?
I don't know, but
regardless, you get to stay in your same home. You get to have your same job.
Rehab with the same trainers.
Exactly.
Or you could rehab with the trainers that you know you're going to be around.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to pick up and move and everything.
But the more that I've thought about, in the last 30 seconds that I've thought about it, I like what you're saying, Johnny, actually, because also the entire league would navigate knowing that KD was on a player option and could be coming to their team. It would change the calculus of the entire league before the season starts, because you could immediately see the teams that were like, fuck it, we'll offer KD a max, and they would just start clearing the decks. If you didn't think that you were going to contend, just wipe everything out. If you're like the Hornets or the Wizards or something, trade would just whatever.
But then why didn't teams do that this year when they
Because there was a chance that he just goes back to Golden State.
But I feel like you had to know that either Kawhi or KD was going to be a free agent.
Yeah, but now I think that the KD Achilles injury, teams would feel like they had a shot now, maybe where they didn't before. Because it might open up the market a little bit because teams are leery of him coming off of an Achilles tear at age 31.
Yeah.
You might, as a team that he wouldn't necessarily consider going to, even for the max before, you might be in play now. Nobody thought Kyrie would go to Brooklyn 12 months ago. No one thought there was a chance of that. Things change.
Yeah.
Like, teams develop. Young guys get better. So, perhaps 12 months from now, a team that we wouldn't expect at this moment could be in the mix to be interesting. We wouldn't have thought the Clippers were interesting 12 months ago. The league is weird like that, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I guess, I don't know, man. I really think I would want that money. Like, I could kind of everything Johnny said, but of the reverse. Like, if I'm gonna move as an NBA player, it'd be pretty cool to move in the off season. I'm not playing. And, like, readjust my life to, living in New York City or living in L.A.
The thing I would hate is you got all these new trainers. Your team, you have to go into this facility every day that you're not familiar with. Like, if you...
But if you know that you're going to end up going there, why wouldn't you just rip the Band-Aid off and go there now, get it done with, and then if this happened again down the road, the same trainers are there to be like, oh, yeah, remember when we rehabbed? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be easier to work with those people that you plan on working with down the road.
It might be, yeah.
My only devil's advocate to that would be when you said moving, like the concept of like moving while you are rehabbing a ruptured Achilles seems like it would be terrible. Like, it seems like the last thing I would want to do while I'm doing like a grueling, like, rehab is work. Like, it's hard work. These guys are like doing painful stuff, like trying to get ready to come back. So to like do that while you're like also like moving across the country, to me that seems like a poor off season to do it. So to me that would almost make more sense in the stay put camp, because you're already set up, you already have your home base, you already are like living there. You don't have to uproot your life and do all that while you're.
Isn't KD still like in like the DC area though? Like,
yeah, but he has a home in the Oakland area as well. So like almost every guy does. But like, it's, to me, that would just be like a reason I wouldn't want to move. I wouldn't want to have to do that while I'm fixing my fucked up knee. You know, like, or whatever, like ruptured Achilles.
Well, if he is still in the Oakland area, it's going to be a longer drive now when they move. Like, seriously, it's going to be like a, 2-3 hour drive, maybe? To go to work?
No.
I'm not quite familiar with the Bay Area.
I was going to say, it's not that far. From San Francisco to Oakland is like 35, 40 minutes.
Did they go from San Francisco? Usually they go to the south of the Bay, like Santa Clara or something
even
like that.
Trust I
How do you know so much geographic locations out there, but you don't know?
The Niners play in Santa Clara.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's true. But I've been to San Francisco. You can get to Sacramento in like 2 or 3 hours from San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's not as far as you think. It's like I don't know. It's not quite like Minneapolis, St. Paul close, but it's like closer than Chicago, Milwaukee.
So he'd probably have like a 30-minute drive.
45
to work,
maybe,
45
but yeah,
extra drive.
So like but it's not as like huge as you would think. Like you wouldn't necessarily have to move because of it.
He's gonna have 45 extra minutes in a car, man.
Although California,
he's got time to listen to Jabroni Sports.
That is true. All we're saying is, homie KD, come through with the Jabroni Sports follow. Come on, give us a like and subscribe, please.
Hey, if we get a random follow, I'm just gonna say it's Katie's burner account.
Katie's burners following us. I'm here for that. But yeah. So back to, I think what we were originally talking about was places that KD and Clay could land. Because we haven't touched on Clay at all, because I think we all assume Clay's staying.
I think
Clay's staying.
I was going to say, so not to like completely gloss it over, but I think that we can all pretty much go on record saying that we would be very surprised if Clay signed anywhere else. Especially coming off the ACL tear. Like, it seems like Golden State will for sure still max him out. He doesn't really want to leave. I don't think anyone ever thought. So, why?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
He is maybe the most quintessential Warrior at this point.
So do we want to talk about where's Kawhi going?
Yeah, Kawhi. What do you think Kawhi's doing? Because I've flip flopped a couple times on this one now, but I'm back to where I originally started on what I think Kawhi does.
I flip flopped again. I'm back to him staying.
Yeah, well, in Toronto.
Yeah,
that's where I've flip flopped back to that now as well. I think he signs a 1+1.
Yep.
I think he signs a 1-year deal with a player option. And then next season, after that contract, quote unquote, was over, he could sign for like the John Wall like $44 million a year max, and he could go
that real money.
He can go get that stupid max
Wizards.
where it's like $5,250.
Whoa!
He's what? What do you mean? Whoa!
John Wall could still come back and be good.
Yeah, but 2 years of that contract, they're getting nothing because he got hurt at the beginning of last year and then got hurt again rehabbing, so he's out for next year. And those are the 2 earliest years. So now you're getting John Wall coming off of 2 major injuries at the age of 30. Yeah, and he was an explosive point guard. He's a guy whose athleticism is a huge part of his game, and you're getting the 3 back-end years now for $150 million. Like, oh my God, that's disgusting. Like, that is a horrible, horrible contract at this point.
Sucks for the Wizards.
Yeah.
If I'm Kawhi, I'm staying. You won a why leave a team that you just won the championship with?
That was my big... my original gut thing was that. Because the core, like, nobody else is leaving. The rest of that team is coming back. Kyle Lowry only has 1 year left. Mm-hmm. Serge Ibaka has 1 year left. Marc Gasol has a player option that he's somewhat likely to pick up. Like, most of, like, Fred VanVleet's coming back. I guess that matters now. But like,
Rockford's finest.
But like,
remember how bad he was in the beginning of the playoffs? And everybody was like, let's play Jeremy Lin.
Yep. And then Fred VanVleet didn't miss another 3 for 13 games in a row or whatever it was. But yeah, like, that team is coming back, and the Warriors are going to be weaker next year, and they were the toughest team this year. Yeah. There's no reason to think that you couldn't at least, like, come close to, like, the East isn't going to get that much better next year. It might get worse, actually.
I think it'll get better.
Do you?
Yeah, I think...
then you must think KD... or not KD, but you must think, what happened? Something...
Yeah, what's changing? Because Kyrie going to Brooklyn doesn't make Brooklyn a contender in my world.
I'm just curious.
I'm not talking about Brooklyn. I'm just saying, you guys know I'm a big advocate of growth on a team.
And chemistry and all that.
And chemistry. Yeah. I think the Celtics' chemistry is going to be a lot better this year.
Well, that depends if Kyrie goes or stays.
Yes, it does. But even if he stays,
I don't think it gets better.
He gone. He's gone.
I think
he's going to Brooklyn.
Kyrie gone.
All his pictures on Instagram, he's wearing black and white.
Yeah, he gone.
He's gone. But I think the Celtics, without Kyrie, they have enough players who are ball handlers. They don't need Kyrie with the ball every play. I think their chemistry is going to get better, and I think they'll get better. I think the Sixers are going to get better, whether they get Jimmy or Tobias.
That's rough.
I think they're losing one of those guys for sure, though.
Yeah. But I think...
why would they be better?
Ben Simmons really has to show me something. Otherwise...
Well, Ben Simmons is going to get better. Joel Embiid's going to get better.
Why? Joel Embiid, maybe. But, like, why are you so confident Ben Simmons will get better?
Your jump shot always gets better. And you always learn... He's a young player, and you always learn new things every year about the game. And especially if you're a point guard, you're reading defenses better every single year.
I hate Philly. They laughed when he smacked Jared Allen. No respect. No respect at all.
How many guys have ever made 0 threes in their first 2 seasons and then gone on to be even competent shooters?
Brooke Lopez.
That might be the only one.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd made 0 threes his first 2 years.
I don't know if it was 0, but he was not a 3-point shooter.
He was
but Ben Simmons is historically bad.
Like, he doesn't shoot them at all.
Why shoot them if you're not going to make them?
Because you've seen the way that teams play them defensively. That's why you shoot them. If you're not, that's why Giannis shoots them. Because you have to force teams to come out there a little bit, or else you start seeing these like amoeba defenses where wherever he is, it just craters to the other side of the floor, and you have nowhere to go. You don't have any good passing lanes. I don't care how good of a passer he is. When guys are sagging 15 feet off of him into the paint, he's not going to get to be this playmaker because teams aren't respecting his ability to shoot.
Well, I'm saying he is going to get better shooter. I think he's one of those people who's just going to practice shooting his 3 all summer. I think Giannis is going to be. I
don't even think basketball is his main focus.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's Hollywood now.
A celebrity. Yeah.
Well, if you think so, it's hard to determine what's in Ben Simmons' mind.
Yeah,
but I do think
he's dating a Kardashian. I mean, Kardashian curse has got to get worse.
He is.
It's happened to everyone.
He is a bad shooter now, but you can work on your shooting. And if you know you're a bad shooter, don't shoot it. That's why he didn't shoot any 3s. I'd rather have him not shoot and try to drive than have a terrible 3-point percentage. He knows he can't shoot the 3s right now.
Not in today's NBA, though.
Yeah, philosophically, I can't agree.
If he's going to miss the 3 anyways, he knows he's a bad 3-point shooter. Everybody knows he's a bad 3-point shooter. He's working on it to be a better 3-point shooter, but right now he's bad. So why take the shots if you know you're going to miss it?
Because... fuck it. It's today's NBA where threes are shot all day long.
Why didn't he come back from year 1 to year 2 with at least a semblance of being able to attempt it? That's unforgivable.
Giannis is in year, what?
5?
5, and he still hasn't got it down yet?
Yeah, but
he shoots them.
Yeah,
but he shoots them. But okay, this is Giannis. Imagine Giannis at year 2.
He shot more than Ben Simmons.
He didn't make any.
Giannis, I think you'd be surprised. Okay, the worst
year 2.
The worst thing that happened for Giannis's 3-point shooting development was Jason Kidd becoming his coach. Giannis was a much more confident green light shooter before Jason. Like when Larry Drew was there, the rookie, Giannis shot up 2 or 3 threes a game and shot 32% on them. Mm-hmm. Nothing crazy, but it's something he does. He's always shot them until Kidd got there. And then it got in his head that he shouldn't shoot them. And now it's trying to undo that is what you're seeing now.
I know for a fact Giannis is a fucking competitor. And he's going to be spending all summer, every day, shooting threes. He's going to come back next year with a much improved three-point shot.
But I don't feel the same way about Ben.
No? Well, like I said, I don't personally know Ben. I mean, I guess I said...
I know, but there's already been a year. And
like I just said, Giannis won a year and he still is unable to shoot. I think we got to give him more time.
But the issue isn't that he's that bad at shooting. The issue is that he's not trying to shoot. What was the last...
Like I said, why try to shoot if you know you're going to miss it? Why would you even do it? It's just a loss of a possession.
You want him to get better, right?
Yeah, but you don't practice that during a game. You practice that in practice. You don't go into a game saying, hey, I'm going to practice shooting threes right now. I'm going to miss them all and my team's going to lose, but I'm going to practice them anyways.
Yeah, you do.
you actively will lose a game to practice your 3-point shot.
Yeah, that's three a game. I can't give up three shots a game.
What if Dwight Howard's hey, I'm a 3-point shooter now. Time to practice during the game.
Do you not remember those years of Josh Smith on the Atlanta Hawks?
Well, that's why Josh isn't in the league anymore.
Hey, he's a bad example. He's in a better league. Yeah. He's in a better league. Just Big Three.
To kind of wit what Johnny said here, I think during the regular season, Giannis shot 26% from threes on 2.8 attempts per game. However, come the playoffs, he attempted 3.7 three-pointers per game, and his percentage improved to 32.7.
It's not bad.
So I think that there's enough there to think that Giannis, because that's with both of these guys, I think it gets often forgot. They're still crazy young. Mm-hmm. Neither of them are even in their prime really at all.
No.
So there's a ton of room, but I don't think Philly's going to be a better team because I don't think there's going to be enough of a development there from Simmons to offset losing Harris or Butler. Perhaps both.
I mean, the thing with that team was they were thrown together late in the season, and they never really completely meshed. And I think if you have a season together, maybe you lose one guy, then it's a season and a half playing together. You guys all fit together nicely, and the chemistry starts flowing. I think the same about the Celtics. Once Kyrie's kind of out of there, the chemistry is going to get going again, and they're going to get flowing. I think these teams are actually going to be better. But a point I want to bring up, are any of these teams even the second best team in the league this year?
What do you mean? In terms of
Wait, what?
What if you think the Rockets didn't get knocked out by a healthy Golden State Warriors? Do you think they would have beat the Raptors?
No.
Not particularly, yeah.
But do you think they're a top 3 team in the league?
The Rockets?
The Rockets? You think they can beat the Bucks?
I don't know. I was say that's why I was going to say no. I was going to say in the theoretical Bucks-Rockets finals, I think the Bucks would have beat the Rockets.
I mean, we forget that 2 years ago, maybe just last year, if Chris Paul didn't go down, the Rockets might have beat the Warriors.
Yeah, maybe.
They might have, but I think that was their best shot. I think that was their last best chance with that group.
I think so too.
And I think kind of the rumblings coming out of Houston might indicate that that's the case right now, where you have the reported is there or isn't there discontent between
CP3 that never happened
and James Harden.
Dude, I see him in those commercials all the time.
Who either depending where you look haven't spoke for months at a time during the season, or are best friends that play cards together on the flights to games.
I have the inside story.
Oh, dude.
I do know why there's some tension.
Is that right?
You've seen the commercial where, what's the mascot's name?
Crash, maybe? I don't...
don't care.
Yeah, the Rockets mascot.
He was shooting the T-shirts off in the house.
Yeah, we saw.
And they're in James Harden's house, and Chris Paul invited the mascot.
I thought you were going a totally different direction. Yeah. You go ahead. We're on the same one, I'm sure.
I thought that you were going to talk about James Harden destroying Chris Paul's kitchen.
That's the second thing I was going to bring up.
I think that's first,
incidents. Yeah, that was first. That commercial aired first.
Yeah.
That happened.
Hey, by the way, hold on. I want to have a timeout. We need to have an RIP. This whole NBA season, I did not see the Harrisons got tickets to the game. Why don't we get tickets to the game? I didn't see that commercial once. It's the first time in probably 12 years.
I think I saw it last year sometime. That was my favorite commercial. It lasted for 5 years?
No, dude, it's longer than that.
The Andersons got tickets to the game?
Basically, how long has NBAtickets.com existed?
That's the first commercial they have.
And then you know how long that commercial's been running.
I bet that kid's like a grown-up now.
It's going to be one of those clickbait articles. You'll never believe how the NBA tickets kid looks now.
Then I'll click it. Why don't we just write clickbait articles?
Damn it, we missed our true calling.
Guys, I think we're out here. We're going to...
Wrap it up. I think that's enough show for one day. We just got some things to do. Definitely not writing clickbait articles at all. No siree.
You won't believe what happened to the kid.
Oh, boy. But, yeah.
Who were the Harrisons? Did they get tickets, or were they scammed?
But, yeah, as far as the Rockets, I gotta say I'm out. I do not think that the Rockets are a threat to win a title in the near or distant future.
I never thought they were, if I'm being completely honest. James Harden's great, but I didn't believe in Chris Paul staying healthy, which he proved me wrong, but I just don't know if he even healthy is good enough to second option anymore.
At this point, I mean, what is he, 34, 35?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be good
He's
anymore.
older than that, isn't he? I don't know.
But let's just take into account, if Chris Paul wouldn't have gone down, that could be
they have a
chance. But we have to get away from that. That's such...
Yep, because like I said, you can do that every year.
Yeah, do you remember who got hurt in the 98 finals?
What about 2015? Like I said, when Kyrie and Kevin Love both got hurt against the Warriors.
We already forget that.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the story. Like, that's what happens. And the injuries are a huge part of the narrative because they suck, but they also happen every year.
Remember when Luol Deng got a spinal tap? He didn't need it, but he still got one anyway.
The Bulls gave him one. Yeah. He didn't go and get it. The Bulls said, "Hey, you're getting the spinal tap."
And then he lost 25 pounds or something crazy.
Almost died because they thought he had meningitis. Yeah, and then gave him a staph infection.
Oh, don't worry. The Bulls had a good year.
Bulls, you know what? Bulls had a good draft. Bulls, I like their draft, but I'm going to say the Bulls not a contender this next year still.
No.
Bulls,
I thought that was part of Johnny's teams that are building up the East.
Bulls. Well, I don't think that's part of Johnny's improving East. Yeah. you got the Bulls. I mean,
I think
they're at least a 6 seed.
I think in 3 years they'll finally develop into being a 6 or 7 seed. They'll hit their ceiling.
Yep. Well, yeah, they're not going to do anything bold or innovative to improve their team. Other than they're going to just take their draft pick every year, and it's going to be an okay draft pick.
They're going to keep developing their 6 or 7 ranked draft pick until they're a mediocre player.
Yep.
Then you get enough mediocre players on a team, you can get to 6 seed.
And then then you pay a few of them more than you should, and you rinse and repeat.
And then, exactly, rinse and repeat.
Wait, who's Pete?
There's that Pete and repeat. But I do like Kobe White, the North Carolina point guard that the Bulls drafted quite a bit because we dunk on the Bulls a lot. But I did like their draft. I think Kobe
I did not like their tweet.
No.
Did you?
Oh,
you guys?
The Chicago Bulls talk. That was actually NBC Sports.
Oh,
Chicago
sorry, NBC Sports Chicago.
But yeah, where they said, "Does this look another North Carolina guard? Does this look familiar?" And they side by sided him with the black and white picture of Michael Jordan.
Because in 1984, that's all that there was black and white pictures.
Just black and white of Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
They should have showed a picture of Michael in jeans.
That's today. Current Michael Jordan wearing jeans.
In the parachute pant jeans. And the dress shirt tucked into the jeans and his pants pulled up way too high.
But, Kobe White.
Jordan doesn't have style.
Jordan is one of the worst dressers of all time.
Terrible style. Have you guys heard Kobe White talk at all?
No.
I like him a lot. He might be my favorite personality out of any of the rookies.
More than Ja Morant?
Yeah, for sure.
Saying his biggest hater was his dad?
Yeah.
it's my first hater.
But the thing is, though, it's not the same energy. Kobe White is so positive and upbeat. And he's always he's just got this infectious smile, and he just seems like a really, really nice guy, and he's humble, and
does he play good defense? That's what Chicago cares about.
I don't know, but because there was a video of him finding out that his teammate Keldon Johnson.
I saw that. That was cool.
Yeah, while he was up there, and he was emotional as hell and just so happy for his teammate and like just the guys like wow. He's like, that's crazy. Like, oh, I'm so happy for. And then he like completely like for like a minute just went on a tangent about how happy he was for his teammate and like how hard that guy worked and blah blah blah. So like Kobe White, great personality, good kid.
Cool.
I watched the video with no sound. I could tell everything he was saying. It's like, what's he saying? Wow, that's awesome or whatever.
At the very least, he's somebody who's very likable and easy to root for. And the Bulls have kind of been lacking in both of those categories for a while.
Whoa, what do you mean? They got Robin Lopez.
I mean, sure, yeah. With Robin Lopez, I'm always just, I don't know, I see him and I'm like, why is he still there? Whenever I see Robin Lopez playing for the Bulls, I'm confused.
He's the Bulls' personality.
He should have gotten traded, though. Why is he still there?
Zach LaVine is a fucking wet fart.
Yeah,
he's not interesting.
He's not.
Hey, I'm Zach LaVine. I like basketball. What else do you like? I like basketball, you know, like watching
Slam
it,
dunks.
playing it, watch 2K.
Which, I mean, sure, like, you're a professional, so, like, I get it, but I also like my players to have a little bit else going on. But yeah, it's a few years down the road for the Bulls still.
Yeah, a few years till we get that 6th seed.
I think it's safe to say. Where are we at time-wise? How far?
We're about 40 minutes. You guys want to take a break? Come back?
Yeah, sure. Let's run a break real quick. We'll see you guys in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Well, wait. Yeah, I guess.
Are you feeling sick? Is your immune system low? Nothing helps better than a nice tall glass of Emergen-C. Found anywhere you can find stuff, like it's everywhere.
It's everywhere?
Everywhere.
Wow.
I went outside today. There's just packets of Emergen-C.
Those are mine.
Oh, sorry.
Where do you live? What is happening? There's just packets of Emergen-C on the ground?
I live upstairs of a pharmacy.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes a little bit more sense.
You're stealing those.
Everybody needs to get their Emergen-C.
You're encouraging theft of Emergen-C?
No, you should buy it full price, maybe twice price because it's worth it.
Full price.
You should buy it in bulk.
Don't buy it when it's on sale.
No, full price Emergen-C.
Don't you dare use coupons.
Johnny must be getting like a percentage of sales then. If he's very concerned about the selling of the product, I see. All right, that's interesting.
What kind of salesman would I be if I was just like, yeah, this is pretty good. You should just take it for no money. I'm not making them any money.
Johnny's got a water bottle full of Emergen-C over there.
Need to keep my immune system up, just in case I would get sick. It's nice to have a tall glass of Emergen-C.
What flavor do you like?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question.
The orange.
I think that's the only one.
I don't know.
No way. Hold on.
Of course there is.
Not even close to the only. Are you serious?
We opened Pandora's box.
There's like 8 flavors of Emergen-C now. I know all of them.
What's your favorite flavor of Emergen-C?
They have a blue?
It's yes, there is a blue raspberry now. I believe that's a probiotic flavor though.
I'll try it. I can always use the probiotic.
Who can't?
There's like a blueberry acai.
Acai.
There is a lemon lime.
Ooh, what's lemon lime do?
It's just the regular one. It's just a different. There's super orange and tangerine.
Ooh.
Okay, those are 2 different flavors.
Oh wow. Listen to all these Emergen-C flavors.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where can I find these Emergen-Cs, Johnny?
Everywhere? They're all over the place. They're outside. You know, fucking everywhere, man. But you got to pay for them, even if they're on the ground. You got to find whoever dropped them.
You just drop a 5.
Yeah, you just drop a $5 right on the ground where you found them.
That's the honor system, I think.
See a penny, take a penny. See an Emergen-C, leave.
See a penny, take a penny.
Same concept with Emergen-C.
I don't think that's really a thing. That's just taking money.
So you see a penny, you take it.
Take a penny. It's gonna be that's my new personal policy when I go into places. Like, hey, do you guys have a see a penny, take a penny? Like, I'm gonna take all of the pennies that I see.
Dude, I clean up with those things.
They just
give me weird looks.
They show you the cup and you just grab the entire cup.
Like,
see a penny, take a penny.
Thanks, bro. I deserve this. I've been working hard.
You earned it.
Most people are just too afraid to ask.
Yeah,
that's
they can't tell you no. How do you know? I might need a penny.
What happens?
I might need a penny or 30.
What happens if they open the register and you see like 3 rolls of pennies? Like, oh, sorry, see a
can't-
penny, take a penny. Here we go.
But I can't see those. I only see the paper rolls.
Ooh, okay. So you have to see the physical.
I have
copper.
to see the penny.
Okay. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Otherwise, it doesn't count.
All right, that's good to know. See a penny, take a penny. We flushed it out.
Yeah.
So far we've advertised emergency for 15 minutes and talked about taking pennies.
That's what our life is about.
We all quickly agreed that Klay Thompson would stay in Golden State, and that's the entire podcast so far. If you didn't,
Kyrie's going to Brooklyn.
If somehow you got 45 minutes in and hadn't listened to anything yet, you're now up to speed. We have now caught you up.
I got one real question.
Sure.
Does Melo make his return?
Does Carmelo Anthony play in the NBA?
Yes.
In 2019, 2020?
Yes.
I think he makes his return, but to a different league.
What league?
China.
China? Damn, he'd kill it in China.
I know.
Melo would dominate.
He'd average 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they'd fucking love him.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, guys.
It's okay.
But Melo, I think Melo would have already done it if he could, though.
Well, he was still in the league last year.
I don't know. He wasn't.
Well, for a little bit.
For
like 5 games.
He's still in the league.
Yeah.
But I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, I guess. But
I think he's going to be on the Lakers.
he's not going to play.
Why not? He can start.
Somebody has to play for the Lakers.
Yeah. They only have, like... If they do... They're trying to trade now, so... Like, at the end... Like, they're trying to get 3 players on their team, basically. And that's it. It's Kuz, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. I don't think they want anyone else.
No.
I think they're going to go for one more player.
To do that, they're going to have to trade everyone else on. Like, they'll have to completely clear their roster.
Could have the same thing that happened to the Warriors last year with DeMarcus just coming at the men. You could get some good players coming in like that. They just want to play with LeBron and AD, try to win a shit.
Yeah. But I mean, you could get Melo for the vet men, too.
Yeah, you can, just sneak him in there.
Melo can't start.
Why?
He can't. He cannot cover anybody. He's a negative on defense, and his offense.
It's okay. You got LeBron and AD around him. And Kuz is decent.
Yeah, but regular season LeBron's not playing like defense.
Yeah.
Come on,
but AD is.
Yeah.
Plus, Melo's a ball dominant player, so you just got to give him the ball and say,
"All right, fine." Then he's the 6th man.
Hey, AD, just wait on the side while Melo gets the ball. He's just going to try to do a back down and a fadeaway.
Melo's just going to make it feel like the Olympics all over again.
He's going to be shooting a lot of toe on the line 2-pointers.
Yep.
Getting up a lot of long twos.
What do you guys want to see? What's your you were going to bring that up, AJ?
Yeah. As far as like this coming NBA offseason, I guess it can be kind of like a broad scope, or it can be as narrow as you'd like it to be. I for one, I have sort of like a big wish list, and then like a Bucks related wish list as well. I think number one on my Bucks related wish list, this could be a hot take, is please do not re-sign Chris Middleton.
Whew, that's already done.
As
this podcast release, we're gonna feel like idiots.
It could be. I believe that for what Middleton is going to fetch, he will be a crippling contract to what they're doing right now going forward.
Yep.
I don't
agree 100%.
I don't think there's any way that Middleton signs for anything less than like $28 million a year, if I had to guess.
What if you only give him 2 years? You think he'll agree to that?
Nope.
Why would he?
No reason for
He's
him
like,
to.
what, 28, 29? Yeah. No reason.
This is the big contract for him.
He's an all-star. He's never going to be an all-star again.
Yeah. So I think that this is like the contract for him, and I fear that the Bucks are going to be the team that gives it to him, and I think that it could severely limit their ability to be flexible, because I think it could be a very bad contract very quickly.
You got to replace him. What are you going to do to replace him?
I'd rather try to like figure that out and like work, because if they don't bring him back, they can bring back literally everybody else for sure. Like, it wouldn't even be very difficult at that point.
So you just sign everybody else? You give Brogdon a big contract? And
Hell yeah, I'd rather have Brogdon than Middleton.
I would too, I agree. But you just lose. You're getting worse.
like in the short term, sure, but you can try to figure something out down. Like you can do what they did at this deadline again. Like they'll have a first round pick again that they can shop attached to a guy, whatever. Like they've kind of already like cleared their salary a little bit towards like 2020 being in mind with the Tony Snell swap. Because that was basically to get a year of salary off the books there. Because John Lure makes, I don't know, $9 or $10 million this year anyways. So it didn't really clear anything for this current season.
Did I miss something on that?
The Bucks basically traded pick number 30 to free up $12 million in 2020. That's what that trade was.
Oh, man, gotta keep big tone though, man.
I don't think they do.
I don't think any team does.
Yeah, I don't. He was not in the rotation at all in the playoffs, so I think they'll be okay without Tony Snell.
He's a 3-and-D guy whose defense is average and his 3-point shooting is average.
That's fair.
So is he a 3-and-D guy?
I think his D is a little bit better than average.
I mean, no homo first, but
yeah. And in his, I mean, I don't know. He shot what, like 35%? I mean, what do you?
That sounds. I mean, he's a 3-and-D guy who's not really as good as the good 3-and-D guys.
Yep, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair.
Backup 3-and-D guy.
He's overpaid. Is all it comes down to.
Yeah, he's overpaid. I mean,
if he was making $5 million a year, he'd be an asset to a team.
Yeah,
he'd be a backup 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, but every team needs those.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is surprised by his contract becoming back. Like at the time, it was not a great, like it was $440 I think they signed him to, and I think it was pretty predictable that was not necessary in the big picture. I think you could have brought back Tony Snell for a lot less than that. Mm-hmm. I think moving Ersan Ilyasova still needs to be a priority this offseason.
He's still got a contract next year?
Oh yeah.
The Bucks salary cap their salaries do not look good
this upcoming
year.
Yeah, it's not great. It's about, I don't know, it looks like what a contender's salary window is, basically.
Isn't George Hill's salary very high?
No, George Hill's off the books,
George Hill's a free agent, yeah.
Okay.
Because George Hill had a $19 million team option, but the Bucks will not be picking that up.
Hey,
so.
Never say never.
Never say never.
It's
very
sure.
Bucks-like, going back to the old school Bucks. That's something that they would do.
I just don't think they can in this case, period, just because it would hard cap them for some of their other guys. Like I think they're going to try very hard to bring George Hill back, maybe on a 2-year deal for $19 million or something like that. I could see, but I don't think there's any way they're picking up that team option.
I think we forget how bad the Bucks front office has been for the past 20 years.
I don't think we forget.
No,
it's not like it didn't get better.
No,
it didn't get better. They just got Giannis. Like, Giannis became a good player. You made a good pick once. It's not like
the Middleton trade was a good trade, though, at the time. They traded Brandon Jackson for...
Yeah.
It ended up being a good trade. I mean, the Eric Bledsoe...
What did they trade? Greg Monroe?
For Eric Bledsoe?
Yeah.
They signed Eric Bledsoe.
No, they didn't.
No, they traded
him.
Because Eric Bledsoe was on the Suns, and he said he wanted out.
You just re-signed him for a
contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
To get him originally, you gave up nothing, essentially.
I mean, you're losing Middleton now, so you can't even count that as a...
Why? What do you mean?
I still think they're...
You think Brandon Jennings' contract would go forever?
No. Brandon Jennings would have been a Buck for life. Even though he came back to the Bucks last year.
And they were like, nah, fam, this ain't it.
You're pretty bad now. We're cool.
Let's not forget the offseason where they their big signings where they get Brandon Jennings and Monta Ellis to run the team.
Hey, I mean...
They did that one year. That was their squad.
Okay.
The superstars
Johnny,
they built around...
As a Bulls fan, you got no room to talk because you guys tried to get younger...
Don't look at me. I didn't make the deals.
Younger and more athletic. And you signed Rajon Rondo and Dwayne Wade and they're way beyond their primes.
Also, again, the Bucks did not sign Monta Ellis. They traded for him.
They could have got Steph Curry. But
regardless, they went into a season with their building around Brandon Jennings and Monta Ellis.
More than a lot of teams.
Yeah.
I think they were the worst team in the league that year.
No, they were the 8th seed.
I was gonna say.
No, not that year.
They were that was Bucks and 6. That's where Bucks and 6 comes from.
Yep.
Is the Bucks that year with Brandon Jennings and Monta Ellis were the 8th seed, and they lost. They got swept by the Heat in the first round.
Even worse than being the worst team.
Is it?
That was the super heat guy.
Yeah. Is being in the playoffs worse than being the worst team? That's a poll question right there. Would you rather be the 8th seed or the worst team in the league?
Worst team in the league.
I would agree, worst team in the league for sure. But I think for a lot of casual fans, the answer would be 8 seed.
Yeah, for sure.
I think for a lot of people, making the playoffs is preferable. But yeah, no, I mean, but also most of the things that you're mentioning were literally before this front office was in place for the Bucks. Like, John Horst has been their GM for 2 years. So I'm not going to hold what John Hammond and Larry Harris did against John
Larry
Horst.
Harris.
Like, that doesn't make, I can't do that. Like, the Brook Lopez signing was a home run.
That was a home run.
No way you could.
The Squirts on signing, not so much.
It worked.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but it'd be much nicer to go into this offseason with that money to spend.
Yeah.
I think the Mirotic deal, it looked good at the time, but it just didn't turn out.
Yep, I think that's one of those chances that you take when you're going for it, and you threw like a bunch of second-round picks at it, and it didn't work out.
What a steal the Raptors got with Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
Great signing.
Why couldn't the Bucks get that? Brook Lopez play the 4? Really spread the floor.
I mean, the Raptors GM is the best in the league.
Ujiri?
Ujiri is the best in the league.
Masai Ujiri, pretty good. Can't really argue with that one.
Crazy how you built a world champion out of never having a good draft pick or a good player that you've picked up in the draft.
Yeah.
Wait, how did Kyle Lowry get there?
I mean, Kyle Lowry was like it. But that was a long time
Wasn't
ago.
that everyone else on the team, though? Like, isn't everyone else on the team something like Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet? Like, aren't those guys they drafted?
Those are both. Kyle Lowry was not a Raptors draft pick, by the way. Kyle Lowry played with the Rockets before
Was he?
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry for sure was not a Raptors draft pick anyways.
And how did they get Pascal Siakam? Was he
draft pick? Yeah.
I think their draft has been really good lately.
I think they just draft very well for where they pick. Yeah.
That's a good point.
DeMar DeRozan was a Raptors draft pick, and they used him to trade for Kawhi Leonard. So, I mean, I feel like that's also maximizing the asset of a draft pick, you know?
And they drafted Jonas Valanciunas, and they traded him for Marc Gasol. So,
yep. So the times that they've drafted guys who haven't gone on to be huge, they've still managed to flip those guys for a pretty good return. Mm-hmm. And I think that's basically what you're looking for out of a front office, generally.
Yeah, did a great job.
Yep, is either
great job, 5 stars.
Find some way of maximizing your talent, and I think that's essentially what most teams are looking for. And then you also have whatever the Knicks are doing, but that's a whole separate thing.
Let's go Knicks!
God, what terrible GMing! That's like the worst ever. I think the Bulls are bad. We all know the Bulls are bad with Gar and Pax. But, oh man, I don't want to be the Knicks.
My favorite graphic at the NBA draft this year was when they do, like, team needs or whatever. They'll, like, go over every team. Like, hey, this team needs wing depth. This team needs front court scoring. For the Knicks, it said, team needs everything. And then in parentheses, it said, starters and bench.
Wait,
and maybe coach.
Was Kevin Knox not good this year?
It was, I mean, you could still use, you could upgrade him. Like, It wouldn't be that crazy to do better at the 3 than Kevin Knox.
At least thought maybe he could be a bench guy.
Yeah. But that was, I mean, so as long as the Knicks can just upgrade everything, starters and bench, I think they'll be better next year.
Dude, that's no big deal.
You just have to make everything on your team better than it was now.
Easy.
It's easy, all right? So what
Easy
I'm saying
breezy.
is, get your bets in now for the Knicks to win the 2019-2020.
Let's go Knicks.
Yeah, this is the time to do it.
I'm gonna put all my money down.
Do it before they get all these stars that are coming to New York, okay?
I don't know why people think like stars are going to New York just because it's the
Because they're
Knicks.
trying to make that narrative a real thing. I think they're trying to speak it into existence.
There's a lot of New York media saying it.
Like, yeah, everybody wants to play in New York. It's the mecca of basketball. Like,
Remember when Melo went to New York and they never got any players around him?
what do you mean? They had J.R. Smith
for like 6 years.
They had Amari after he was useful.
They had Amari for like half a year and then got hurt and he just sucked.
Then his knees exploded.
Amari's like, man, I can't be running up and down the court every play.
That's a lot of work. I'm not trying to do that.
Can I be a designated player? I'll just wait on offense.
He just plays offense? That's
I won't cherry pick, I promise.
Yeah.
New York just wasted Melo's prime just by not putting anything around him.
Fuck James Dolan. He doesn't deserve nice things anyways.
Nope.
Piece of
Fuck
garbage. Let Charles Oakley back in Madison Square Garden, all right?
Let the fan you kicked out back in.
Yeah, the guy who said sell the team.
Yeah.
Hey, Dolan, sell the team! And then got banned for life.
Banned for life.
Not allowed to go to any more Knicks games.
James Nolan didn't think that was very nice.
I mean, I think he did the guy a favor. It's like, honest to God, because then this guy can't waste money on going to Knicks games
This
anymore.
guy's got to be a Net fan now.
Yep, he'll be happier in the long run. I mean, why do that to yourself? Now that you have a choice?
So is it going to be what I always thought it was going to be? Is it going to be the Knicks not getting anyone?
It sure looks that way. If the Knicks do get anyone, I would say the most likely type of thing would be Tobias Harris at like $35 million a year.
Oh man, that's probably accurate.
Or
the Bulls could throw money at him.
Bulls
are in win now mode.
Well, the Bulls think so, yeah.
Yeah.
What are the big? The Bulls are consistently linked to what? Like Patrick Beverly is a big one.
Oh yeah, gotta get Pat Bev.
He's from Chicago, so
I wouldn't mind it.
Gotta.
It's not like we're gonna win anyways.
You're part of the problem, though.
No, you don't want to waste money on a guy like Pat Bev that is a for sure win now guy who's 32.
Give him a year,
and he's gonna play his ass off every night.
He's not gonna take a year. He can get 3 somewhere.
Yeah, and do you want Pat Bev leading you to the 12th pick next year? Is that part of the building?
Hold on. First of all, we don't know because of the new odds. Anywhere below making the playoffs has a shot.
I know, but I'm saying you'll be better. You'll improve, but not enough to make the playoffs. So you're a lottery team again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. That's all I'm saying.
But you lost.
I don't think
you lost money to get better.
I don't think Pat Bev is going to get you extra wins.
No,
maybe like one or
he's
two.
Definitely,
especially given how bad the Bulls' point guard situation was last year.
How many scratch offs you got over there?
Maybe Pat Bev can teach.
Those pull tabs.
Yeah, sorry. I've been doing pull tabs over
Johnny's gambling. He doesn't like how the first episode's going.
He's like, this is never going to work. I better get rich off pull tabs.
Yeah.
I buy my pull tabs at the bar and then bring them home. And then if I win, go back to the bar and cash them in.
You got to go back to cash them in? Yeah,
where else are you going to cash them in at?
I know, but why wouldn't you just do them when you're there?
I like to do my pull tabs in the privacy of my own home.
You don't want people looking over your shoulder.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, you got to pull that one next. No. Leave me alone. I do it at my own speed.
I don't know you. Well, dude, you see, if you get to 3 lemons, you win $150.
I'm saving this. I want to do this during my podcast. That's a fat stack of
Is pull tabs like universal? Does everywhere have pull tabs? Or is
I'm not sure.
I don't know. George, get back to us.
Is that a Wisconsin thing, or are pull tabs
I know it's an Illinois thing too. I think.
Okay.
I think. I don't know why I say I know. I think.
I like to do my.
I know. I think.
I know. I think.
I know. I think that.
That's true for a lot.
It's
of
true
things.
though. Yeah. I know. I think this.
I know. I think a lot of things for sure.
I know. I still don't think Kyle Lowry's a good point guard.
How can you not though? Come on, man.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. You can say it now, but now it just seems personal.
Yeah, man. You could say that in the past 4 or 5
but
years.
It was true up until now.
Yep, but he did it.
But he was an all-star every year. It didn't make sense.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess.
He was the second best guy on a championship team.
No, Fred VanVleet, man. Who else got a Finals MVP vote?
Hubie Brown voted for Fred VanVleet.
Second best player on that team, according to Hubie.
For the fucking
first best player on the team.
According to Hubie, yeah, the best player in the goddamn series was Fred VanVleet.
I can't argue.
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP vote for Rockford's finest, Fred VanVleet. You have got to be kidding me.
Let's not hate on Fred. He had a great final.
No, I'm just hating on the vote.
Hubie Brown is senile. Can they take his vote away?
Please stop letting Hubie. Why are you paying him to have opinions?
Let's be honest. There's no NBA Finals. There's nothing good. Mike Breen's good. And everything else is fucking trash.
I was really sad because I looked at how long this current contract runs, and it's through 2024 or something. ESPN has the finals for a long time still.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I'm just.
Would you rather have it CBS?
TNT.
Well, yeah, TNT's not going to get the finals because they're cable television.
I know, but somebody's got to take it from.
I know, but the only
CBS
people who are going
to get it.
Yeah, that's what I said. CBS. Would you rather have CBS have it than ABC?
Absolutely.
I need NBC back in the running because I need to hear the NBA on NBC sports theme song.
Did you guys hear it synced up to Kawhi's laugh? That made Hold on, guys. Come on, stop. Can't put it on YouTube if we have too much copyright infringement.
Is Kawhi's laugh copyright material?
No, but I think the jingle might be
the NBA on NBC song.
Okay. Kawhi's laugh might be.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I think if they did it on CBS, you can get Chuck and Kenny in there because they do the CBS.
Yeah, exactly. That was what we were saying. CBS, I think, owns Turner. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the 3 companies that exists.
Turner got bought out by somebody. That's why they're canceling the starters.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
It's one of the, like I said, one of the major conglomerates.
No, we could talk about that podcast since it doesn't exist. No longer. It's probably still competition. Never mind.
I think
only listen to us.
Basketball Jones now.
They went back to that? That's what they used to be.
Yeah, I think they're going to go back. I'm not quite sure of the situation.
It's all up in the air still. But you know what we know is that we are Jabroni
We
Sports.
are. We're back.
Okay. Yeah.
We're back.
Our defense is back. Better than ever.
That's
I don't know. It's Brett Favre. Sorry.
Brett Favre's back, and your defense is in trouble.
Can that be our theme song? Can we?
No,
Is that copywritten?
I think it's copywritten by John Madden.
The Brett Favre's back song?
Yeah, John Madden copyrighted that one.
Man.
Damn, smart. Because a lot of people would want to use that.
Yeah.
It's true. It's very true.
I mean, we should get our football talking. You guys want to talk about football?
I don't know what's happening.
What do you want to talk about in football?
Nothing.
Let's talk about the White Sox.
I thought you guys had maybe football.
You're a big White Sox fan. What do you got to tell?
I am a White Sox fan. All I know about the White Sox is they're mediocre, and they beat the Cubs 1-2.
They're very young.
Yeah, they're young and fun.
Yeah, they've been young and fun for 3 years.
No, they
haven't.
haven't.
They've been young, but not
they
fun.
haven't been fun.
Yeah, I'd say they were young and bad for 2 years. Okay, this is the first
Johnny
time
likes
fun.
young and bad.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Okay,
Young and fun. Ugh, I'm getting out of here.
I like bad and bougie.
Ooh.
Be careful.
So before we get out of here, you boys got any last thoughts? Any?
Last thoughts.
Last thoughts. Let's do that hockey. How about we did have a listener reach out and ask if we could talk Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, not well.
I haven't watched any of it. I don't want to sound sexist. I just haven't.
I mean, you don't watch soccer.
I don't
in
watch
general.
soccer. So
Period. So.
Yeah, there's no sexism there.
I subscribed to WNBA though this week.
Yeah.
On my YouTube TV, I added it, so I'm going to get all the games. Don't worry.
Sweet.
I know.
I'll report back.
I know the U.S. women beat Spain today 2-1.
Hey, all right.
Assisted by a couple. Well, one dodgy penalty call. The U.S. scored 2 PKs to win, and they play the host France in the quarterfinals coming up. I believe this
Didn't
weekend.
they lose their best player?
Who?
U.S.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought not this last game, but the game before, somebody like one of their big players, Alexa Morgan or something, got hurt.
Alex Morgan.
Yeah,
no, she played today. So,
okay.
Yeah. People get hurt in soccer and come back the next game.
It's that magic spray. I don't know why it doesn't get to go in other sports.
But I mean, we got that. I mean, Copa America's going on right now in South America. Been a lot of fun games there. Got the Gold Cup this year. U.S. and Mexico, the U.S. and Mexico Invitational, essentially.
Panama gets in there sometimes.
Panama, Costa Rica.
They rough it up.
Yep. Canada qualified for the quarterfinals this year. That was pretty neat.
How dare they? Canada.
Yep. Big ups to Canada.
You know, I'm not going to lie. The U.S. team is young and fun.
Yeah,
kind of.
that is very true.
Are they the White Sox?
They're the White Sox. I don't think they're going to be good. They're going to be. They got Pulisic, of course, who's a superstar.
Yep.
They're young and fun.
Yeah,
but this is what we're playing against scrub teams. So,
and we still have Jassy Zardes as a starting forward. So yeah, it's
how's Freddie Adu doing?
It's for something not great.
Oh.
Not looking good for old Freddie.
He's still playing soccer somewhere though, right? Did you see him in men's league?
He's playing in men's league. He's not here in men's league, but I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him show up.
He's probably playing like a Sunday pub league or something at this point. Like that's about where Freddie should be.
I wouldn't recognize him if I saw him. But he'd probably go up to me and say, "I'm Freddie Adu," and I'd be like, "Okay."
That's just he has to tell people that now.
He would see your state championship ring.
Be like, "Hey, I'm Freddie Adu," so that's whatever it's worth.
I'm Freddie Adu. How do you do? He probably says something like that.
Very very similar. But yeah, I mean, as we got more, maybe a little bit more soccer. I know we're all going to the Gold Cup final in Chicago here on July 6th, so that'll be a little group outing.
Maybe people will see us, and we'll give some autographs, give some free merch away.
I don't think anyone knows what we look like, but
that's fine. You can
get that out there, sure.
Yeah,
I saw the game USA versus Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if you guys were watching that.
What a performance! What I love the narrative of it being the revenge game for Trinidad knocking us out of being in the World Cup. Like the fuck it is. This is it's a group stage game in the Gold Cup. This is not the same at all.
Every time I saw USA doing well, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool." And then I saw Trinidad and Tobago take the ball and they just turn it over. I'm like, they're just not playing a good team right now.
Well, it was weird because the U.S. played Guyana the first game and beat them 4-0 and didn't look. So I was like, oh man, Guyana's really bad. It's like Trinidad and Tobago's got to be better than that. They were not. Actually, Trinidad and Tobago was demonstrably... there's been... Bermuda looked better than them.
Bermuda.
Martinique looked much better than Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago was horrific. Was honestly shockingly bad.
They're really bad.
But the U.S. does play Panama on Wednesday to determine who wins the group, which is fairly important. Because if you win the group, I believe you'll avoid playing Jamaica, which is the big team on the other side.
Jamaica me crazy.
Jamaica, decent team. The team that if you could avoid playing at least in the first knockout round game, why not? I would say after like the big boys, Jamaica's in that next tier. Mm-hmm. The Reggae Boys, as they are known.
Do people call them that? Or?
That is their nickname, yeah. Jamaica's team is the Reggae Boys.
That's not very original.
You make your own nickname for your team. Yeah, it's not like other people give it to them.
Oh, they came up with
Jamaica
it?
is the Reggae Boys. Like, that's like their like name. Like, Germany is like the Mineshaft or whatever. Like, yeah, every team like...
The Mineshaft? Oh, no.
It is.
They sure like mining.
If you look it up, I swear, like, yeah, country teams have like
What's
nicknames.
the U.S.?
The Eagles, I think, or something. And then because Nigeria is the Super Eagles.
Well, they're better than us.
We beat them sometimes, though. I don't know.
Italy's the Azzurri.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Yep.
The blue.
The blue?
Because they wear blue jerseys.
Yeah. I mean, they're not...
I figured it was blue, but I thought it was more to it.
The older the soccer federation of a country is, the less original the nickname is. Because, like, you didn't need to be creative when there was, like, 8 teams playing. Like, England...
You could just say the color of your jersey.
Yeah, like England. Like, we have 3 lions on our jersey. Duh, we're 3 lions.
That's what they are?
Yes.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, you get what you get. And sometimes it's not great.
It sounds like some drunk guy just trying to describe teams. 3 lines. I think they're pretty good against the blue.
Isn't Spain La Rojas? Like, Spain is like the red. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the older the country is, the worse the nickname usually is. Like, yeah. They only sound passably okay because, like, they're in different languages. So to us, like, Americans, are like, oh, yeah, Roja, Azzurri. Like, not just blue, red. Like,
we do in baseball have some color teams.
Easy. Goodness. The names of the teams.
Reds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my God.
Guy, come on.
Holy cow. What kind of podcast is this?
The Reds, the Red Sox, the White Sox.
I got you. No, you have the
Come on, guy. Throw me under the bus over here.
I mean, what about the St. Louis Blues?
They're hockey.
That's blues like music.
Exactly. But it's also a color. And all of their...
I just want it on the record. There's no jazz in Utah, okay?
No. Jazz is actually illegal in Utah.
Yeah.
They outlawed it in 1967.
Outlawed it before then. Jazz was never legal in Utah. No. Every time they brought jazz to the saloon, they said, get out of here.
Apologies to any listeners in Utah, but you
should move.
You're all undercover cops, though. Yeah. It's actually a fact that...
You're just waiting for Colorado plates to drive into your state.
This guy must be high as a kite.
I'm going to citizen's arrest right now.
Sitting outside of the tabernacle.
Thought you were going to say tavern, and I'm like, that's a lie. Again, they don't have those.
For them, when they say like the old watering hole, it's actually literal.
Yeah, it's just a place where you go to fill up your bucket of water for your home.
Yeah. That's where you go in Utah.
Yeah, because the lake is all salty. You can't drink that water. It's a salt lake. You got to get buckets of water from the mountains, right? Yeah. You bring them down.
And by the time they're down, they're melted.
Yeah.
So you can drink them.
And then you put them in your hole. And that's why it's called the watering hole.
The more you know. Yeah. We're out here teaching lessons. We're not just having fun.
See, we've educated the people before. We had the gruel. We taught people about gruel. And now we're teaching people about Utah watering holes.
Yeah, I mean... Not a place you want to go.
If you guys want to get hashtag Utah watering hole trending out there on Twitter,
I don't want to be part of any Utah hashtags.
That's all right.
Unless it's take down Utah or something. I mean, Utah's had a pretty bad year for the NBA.
That's true. That's why it's part of their rehab. Okay, we're trying to rehab their image right now.
Maybe they should,
Their water holes are very nice.
What we're doing for Utah is what Tom Brady is trying to do for Josh Gordon. There's our football talk.
It's so weird.
Have you heard this?
It's so weird.
Johnny,
no, I did not.
That Tom Brady is basically Josh Gordon's dad.
Yeah, he adopted him.
He's like taking him to dinner.
He's living in his guest room.
They're working out together all the time.
You got to picture pick which one of these facts are actually true, though.
That's some more than one of them. Like, what did he say? Like, I knew he was going to need special attention, but I could see like the trouble in his background, and I knew he'd like Tom Brady. Tom Brady thinks he's Jesus. Tom Brady thinks that he's white Jesus.
Well, what if it works? Maybe if they just get this chemistry going.
Well, it better make Josh stop liking drugs, because that's been the bigger issue. I don't think it's his chemistry with Tom Brady that's been the problem.
Tom's trying to convert him. He's trying to get him clean.
To what? Kissing his son on the mouth?
I was going to say, kissing his kids on the mouth?
Yeah. He's gonna, Well, if he's adopts Josh Gordon.
So is Tom Brady from Utah, too?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man.
Wait, since Tom Brady kisses his kids on the mouth and he's adopting
I'm glad
Josh
that's
Gordon,
a focal point of our show.
Is he going to kiss Josh Gordon on the mouth?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. I think he will.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if he throws a touchdown like week 1,
he'll
take off his helmet and he'll kiss him on the lips.
They'll take the 15-yard penalty for a kiss on the lips. In the end zone.
You got him, man.
Hashtag love wins.
How else will he know if Tom loves him like he loves his other kids? Unless he kisses them on the mouth.
Like his other kids.
Why is Josh different?
Is it because he's black?
Yeah, that's messed up, Tom.
Is that why Tom loves Josh Gordon less?
He shouldn't have adopted him then.
Another great clickbait article, guys. Why didn't Tom Gordon kiss Josh Gordon? Tom Gordon.
The reliever for the Cubs?
Why didn't Commissioner Gordon kiss Tom Brady?
Well, because Commissioner Gordon's not Tom Brady's kid. That's asked and answered.
Boy, we really went off the rails here.
We got to get out of here.
We got to call it.
We got to figure out how to get this on the interwebs.
So, I mean, when you're listening tonight, I just want whoever's listening to this, when you close out your browser and you go to kiss your kids right on the mouth goodnight tonight, just think about Jabroni Sports and really what we're about, and that's loving each other. It
is.
Everybody just be better.
What we're here for.
Be better to each other out there, and if that means kissing your kid right on the mouth, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't know if I back this PSA.
So I think as we've all agreed here pretty clearly, I think we can all safely say that we think you should kiss your kid right on the mouth.
And if you're playing football, you just rip off your helmet and kiss Josh Gordon right on the lips.
Right on the 50-yard line.
Right in the end zone. You just scored a touchdown. You rip off your helmets and just kiss right there, right in the end zone.
Like a scene out of The Notebook.
Gotta have a warm, loving embrace too.
All right, boys. I think the reunion's in the books here.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys again in 10 years.
We promise to do better next time. Thank you for listening, subscribing, liking, whatever you're doing. Like I said, we'll figure out how we're getting the show out there. When we get it out there, we will try to make that.
Look for us on YouTube and
look to our.
There's no more iTunes. Somebody told me the other day. So that's
no more iTunes.
No, iTunes is done. So I don't know how we do that. So just look for us. Just Google us and follow the Twitter.
We'll try to maybe
at Jabroni Sports
use our personal accounts to get some information out there as well.
And we are now going to be live. We're going to be doing shows every week.
Yes.
Every week live though. I don't know if we're doing live. Are we?
If we can do live, we want to.
I don't want to do live. It's too much pressure. That's for our Patreon subscribers.
That's only for people that enjoy the taste of emergency. All right, though, but Jabronis.
Remember to use the promo code Jabroni at checkout.
At checkout when you buy your emergency online.
Just say
use promo code Jabroni at checkout for 10% off of your first order.
Just yell it at the cashier.
Jabroni! Excuse me?
All right, Jabronis. I'm AJ First now.
At GBabyLaFleur.
At I forgot my at. So it's Gonzo1323, I believe. It could be.
What's your Patreon?
My Patreon is Z Casio. That's CASCIO.
Wait, do you really have Patreon?
No, I'm sorry. That's my Venmo. Hit me up on Venmo.
Your Venmo.
Whatever money you got that just laying around the house. You collect jars of change. Just send them our way.
See a penny, take a penny.
See a penny, take a penny.
All right, Jabronis. We'll see you
later.